Our student speaker, Eric Revis, was selected by the faculty from the top 5 ranked students. During his high school career, Eric was on the executive board for National Honor Society. He was a Peers for Peers leader and an MC and organizer for our anti-bullying assembly this fall. He participated in soccer, baseball, and was a tutor in our math and writing centers. Eric plans to attend Wartburg College and double major in neuroscience and business administration.
Test. There we go. All right. Class 2013, how y'all feeling? Nope. Freshmen could have done it better than that. That's pathetic. Let's try that again. Class of 2013, how y'all doing? That's better. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Eric Revis. For those of you who do know me, my name is still Eric Revis. It's my honor to be standing here in front of you today. So first, I'd like to do something a little bit different for grad speakers. I'd like to just recognize again that those other 4 kids that could have been standing up here instead of me. So Rachel Peralki, Emily Nelson, Kayleen Sire, Patrick Shea. Let's give another round of applause to those guys. It's top 5. I am a major movie nut. It's kind of my way to de-stress from senior year, which we can all agree is stressful, yes? Yes. I can hit home for a lot of calculus students because sitting in Domingos' class, well, let me just describe it for you. A test is like when we're sent home to study y equals 2x, how to graph it. Easy, just a line, okay? The test is more like, given the curvature bounded by x equals 3e to the tangent of q minus 4 cubed root of w, how many pancakes can I fit on the roof? What? Oh, and that's not the best part. Justify using Mrs. Butterworth's theorem. But I think definitely the most stressful thing for all of us is applying to college. It's like proposing to your girlfriend. Okay, you sit there and you're like worried as heck. You're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I gotta look the best, I gotta sound the best, I gotta sound impressive. I've worked all my life for this, and I gotta buy a really, really nice ring, and I hope she likes it because, oh my gosh, I've spent so much money to get here. And then you finally do it. It's the day of, you're sweating, you're, ooh boy, so many things can go wrong. And you finally do it, and you give the ring, you're like, oh my gosh, was the ring big enough? Did I look good enough today? Did I put on enough cologne? What's going on? And then you finally ask her, and it's like, let me think about that. I'll get back to you in 5 months. What she doesn't know is you have 3 other girls on the side that are willing to pay you to be their man. Oh, yeah. But as I said, I am a major movie nut. Okay, one of my favorite movies is Forrest Gump. Okay, I feel like it teaches good lessons, it's funny because it's Tom Hanks, and let me just tell you a little bit about it if you haven't seen it before. First of all, what the heck is wrong with you? That's my first question. Second of all, let me tell you a little bit about it. It's this guy that we learn very, very quickly in the movie is mentally deficient. And throughout the movie, more and more people come and sit on this park bench and kind of listen to his life stories, all the adventures that he had. And that really kind of goes into my first lesson of we need to meet people that we weren't expecting to meet, even after today, because they're the people that are going to shape your future. Even the insignificant ones that you had in third hour this try. Or maybe, like last week's Top 10% banquet. Who was there last week? Top 10%? Yeah, we all had the goal of bringing a teacher that impacted us. And a lot of people were bringing them from like 2nd and 3rd grade. We didn't even know what impact meant back then. But we knew today that they had impacted us. Now, it would be weird to have a grad speech without giving a personal story, so I'll just give one really, really quick. Okay, I, at the beginning of the year, was a full-blown biology major. No doubt about it, whatsoever. But then I went to Miss Lowby's class. It's psychology. And the way she taught us and the way that I experienced, it was just fascinating, all this stuff. So now, in the fall, I will be the first person in my college to achieve a 4-year neuroscience degree. So thank you, Ms. Lobby, wherever you are. I don't know where you're sitting. Thank you. Called out. But I think Forrest's mom says it best when she says that we're all given magic shoes. And they will take us anywhere. And that's true, but you gotta meet the right people. Because as Carl Jung, a psychologist, you're welcome, said that meeting new people is like having two chemicals. If they both react, then there's a transformation. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Actually, closer to the truth, my bad. But you have to give people a chance, because anybody can flourish in a million different things if you give them the chance. In Forrest Gump, one of my favorite scenes is when he gets shot in the butt. These guys are graduating, and they just laughed that I said butt. Anyway, but this guy, he comes over, and he's like, Forrest, you want to try playing some ping pong? I'll show you how. Turns out Forrest goes on to be a world champion ping pong player. Didn't know it before, but he turned out to be really, really good at it. And that's kind of one of those things where we need to give people a chance. We've been told thousands of times not to judge people based on the color of their skin, or sexual orientation, or gender. I'm talking to you guys out there that keep making the jokes that say the women belong in the kitchen. Okay? Stop. I'm actually being serious. Okay? We got to give people a chance. And people are going to push us down. But that goes to my next lesson of, this is probably the most cliche thing you can ever say in a grad speech, never give up. Okay? Because the thing is that we can fail 1,000 times. And it doesn't matter. The greatest people aren't the ones that don't fail. It's the ones who do. Because think about it. If you're given success right away, what are you going to learn? That you can learn to be cocky? Maybe. But if you're given failure right away, that makes you learn from yourself first, and then you can go down the way and maybe not have to fix anything. Okay? So what my thing is that the greatest people are the ones who get pushed down and get back up every time. Not sometimes, not when it's the coolest thing to do, but every single time. The greatest people are the ones who knows that failure is part of an inevitable victory. The greatest people in the world are the ones who push through when others would have given up. Anybody would have given up. Parents, those are the kids you're seeing right in front of me. The ones that these tassels are really annoying, they're dealing with it. The ones who wear the cap and gowns, right here. These are some of the greatest people. Anybody, any kind of grad speaker can come up here and say, hey, we had a good class. But I get the honor of being up here and saying, we had a great class. And I have statistics to back it up. We have the highest average GPA in Farmington history. This class also has the highest average ACT score in Farmington history. But a lot of people can be smart. But this class that you see in front of you, they use that for other people. I mean, how about this? The top 5 were all going for pre-med. Wow. But get this, we left a legacy behind that I expect back here when we get back here in 25 years. We started a tutor center for math, that's algebra and geometry, for writing, essays, citations, speeches, science, and civics. Those are one-on-one tutor centers where if somebody is struggling, we will go and help them and teach them, maybe in a different point of view. Because when you're taught by a student, it's going to be way different than you're taught by a teacher. Except for Domingos up here. And you know what? I don't want to be a teacher. I don't. But there is no greater feeling than having somebody in your tutor center that you helped go from a D to a B. That light bulb goes off over the top of their heads and they suddenly get it. And that's because of you. Who participated in tutor centers this year? I know there's a lot of you. Come on. Let's give these guys a round of applause. They gave their time. But not only that, we started the first annual anti-bullying assembly this year because, as it turns out, 3,300 kids commit suicide every year because of bullying. So Peers for Peers started this year, and we kind of gave an assembly to show that, hey, maybe you'll get bullied, but it gets better. And to never stop believing. Don't stop believing. We even attempted to sing that song. We're not Glee Club. That's all I gotta say about that. But for me, these guys are innovators. We have dreamers out here. And that is my final point that I want to make today. At the beginning of the movie, Forrest asks his mom, because he's really young, he said, "Mom, what's my destiny?" "Well, Forrest, that's for you to decide." Everybody here, you all have your own dream. Now I'm talking to you guys. You all have your own dream. Nobody else from the outside can tell you what to do, who to be, what you should like to do. Okay? I go back to Carl Jung, and he said, you got to look from in the heart, because if you look from the outside, it's just a dream. But if you look from the inside, you awaken. And what he means by that is, if you're just listening to your mom and your dad or your sister what to be, that's all it is. It's just a dream. It's never going to be realized. But if you do what's actually your passion, that is a dream that's going to come true. And you know what the great thing about dreams is? They can change. I mean, think about it. If we all stuck with our first dream, we'd all be running around like princesses and astronauts. Unfortunately, my dream of being a princess did not come true. Hey, I look good in the dress. Don't ask me how I know that. But that's the nice thing, is that none of you are upset that that didn't come true. I mean, we can fail. I mean, today you might want to be a doctor. You might want to be a lawyer. But maybe 2 years down the road, you meet the guy, or you meet a girl, and suddenly you don't want to be that anymore. You want to be a mom. You want to be a dad. And you know what? That's okay. There is nothing wrong with that. Because you know what? You're going to be passionate about being a mom or dad. Somewhere along the lines, that became an average dream. Because we're taught to reach for the stars, be rich, right? Nod your head so I know you're not on your iPhone. All right, there we go. I mean, Walt Disney said it best when he said that any dream can be captured for those with the courage to pursue them. Those of you who follow me on Twitter, you saw that this morning. And that's true. It doesn't matter whether you go to be a doctor or whether you go to be a mom. They're both exceptional dreams. So I challenge you guys right now to start today. Not next week, not 3 months when you start college or your first job. Today, to start pursuing that dream. Go and train over the summer if you want to be an athlete. Go be an intern. There's so many ways and so many possibilities that you guys can accomplish what you want to accomplish, because you guys are the class of 2013. That's a big deal. Yes? Wow. Apparently these guys are not excited to graduate. My point is, though, that there's going to be life. Life happens. You know what? There's going to be guys that push you down, but never give up. Push back. You can go capture your dreams. Meet new people, and they can make those dreams come true. Life's going to be difficult. It's going to be unexpected. But hey, life is a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eric.